Yeah, it's not everything that you are supposed to talk about. It's not everything you are supposed to comment. It's not everything you are supposed to share. It's not everything that the prophet sees that he's supposed to talk about. You get me? This is the world we are living in presently. This is the time. People comment on a lot of things. People talk about things without knowing the implication of those things. It's not everything that you talk about. Let me give you examples. Recently, there was a story that came up about a reverend father who came and was talking about the Catholic Church. See, being a priest, I'm expecting him that he should understand that there are things that you don't talk about. You pray about it. Don't know if you're understanding me, because that position is very sensitive. It's going to affect the church. Sincerely, it's going to affect the church, and you that is even saying it, you will not like it. So there are things that we cannot talk about. There are things you pray, there are things you meet people privately and tell them. There are things that you handle in a congregation where priests gather, you tell them. There are things you handle when bishops gather, you tell them. There are things you handle when governors gather, you tell them. So it's not everything that you talk about. It's not everything you write, you place so that everybody will see. There are certain informations that they are private, you get. So this is the kind of world we are living in now, where people talk about everything. You come to the social media, you talk about your father, you talk about your mother, you talk about your brothers, your own family background. No, ma, no, sir, it's not done. You get. One of the aspect of life that we need to see that this world is taking away from us now is, when I was growing up, there are things that you, you cannot hear. People don't talk about it. But now people talk about everything, you get. So if a child picks up, example, if a child is on Facebook now, he will see information that he's not supposed to see, you get. So that is the way things are going for us. So there are things that you should not talk about. Don't talk about it. And there are some that you must talk about. Yes, there are things that you need to address, and there are some that you don't need to talk about, because there are things that are very sensitive. They are heavy. It's not everything you tell children. The reason why I'm talking about this issue of priesthood is that it's going to hurt a lot of people. It's going to hurt even you that is a priest. You get. There are things that are better they are left unsaid. You get. There are things that God will tell you as a man of God that you cannot share. It's for your consumption. You get. So there are things that, even as a man of God, there are some things that some men of God, they will never tell you until they leave this world. It's their own personal secret. That is their life. So that is just the truth. There are testimonies that you cannot share. You can only share maybe with example, maybe the man of God that God used him, maybe in your life. You understand? So that is reality. There are things that you cannot talk about sincerely. There are things that is above you as an individual to talk about. It's above you as an individual to talk about. And that is why I tell people that if something is too big, let me give you an example. Where I'm from a place. There are things that maybe my people they are doing I did not like. I cannot come out and talk about it. What I do is that, if except they give me the platform and there's a way I'm going to talk about it, and then I might not come and talk about it, but I'll go back and be praying about it. That is why in a country like ours, I always tell people there are things that what is happening sometimes is prayer that you need to go and pray. You put your own effort at your own level as a citizen, but there are things that you have to go and pray about it and keep talking to God. That is the difference between the ancient people and we that are living now. There are people that will pick one of their child and be praying about that child until the child repents. That is the olden day sense, the sense of the old. But today, people talk about their children as if they talk about their children publicly. say a lot of things about their children. There's a code. Let me say every profession have a code. There are things I cannot say. If I'm in a government position, or if I'm holding a post in government, there are things I cannot say. You get, as a national, if I'm in a national prophet or an international prophet, there are things. If I saw there's anything like national or international prophet, that but if I'm a prophet to a nation, there are things I cannot say because it will affect that nation. I can pray for the nation, I can address certain things in prayer, and I can even correct in private, but there are things that cannot come on a national television and talk about. It's wrong. You get. So these are things we need to understand in this our generation, and these are things. It's a very sensitive something. There are organizations I cannot address sincerely because the organization is going to affect them, and it's big. So there are things that okay, I'll pray about it, or maybe I'll meet them one on one talk about it. You get. There are things that you want to talk about, maybe a place that you are working. There are things you cannot just come and say. You discuss with them. See, you let them know. Thank you. So just let me drop this video. Maybe useful to someone. Thank you.